In 2020, a team of astronomers announced they had found something in the clouds of Venus that should not be possible. A gas called phosphine on a dead world, in an atmosphere of sulfuric acid, at a concentration our chemistry says cannot survive. 6 years later, we still cannot agree on one thing: whether it was ever there at all.
Venus was supposed to be settled, the nearest planet to Earth, almost the same size, and absolutely hostile. A surface hot enough to melt lead, pressure like a kilometer beneath the ocean, clouds made not of water, but of concentrated acid. Nothing we understand as life belongs there. Then Jane Greaves, an astronomer in Cardiff, pointed a telescope in Hawaii at the planet and found a narrow gap in the light, a fingerprint. At that exact wavelength, only one molecule absorbs: phosphine. On Earth, phosphine forms in two places: in the crushing chemistry deep inside gas giants, and inside living things, in the airless guts of bacteria. Venus is neither.
The first measurement suggested 20 parts per billion. A trace, but a trace that should not last. Picture a single drop of ink in a swimming pool. You return a year later and the drop is still whole, still dark, refusing to dissolve. That is what phosphine in these clouds would mean. Sunlight and acid should tear the molecule apart in minutes. To measure any at all, something must be replacing it as fast as it is destroyed. No known process on Venus does that. And here is where the story turns cold. Other teams took the same data and found less, then nothing. Reanalysis suggested the signal was not phosphine, but sulfur dioxide, a common gas on Venus, sitting at almost the same wavelength, mistaken for something rarer. Newer limits pushed the possible amount down and down again, below 1 part per billion. So consider what you are actually looking at. Not a planet giving up an answer, a signal balanced on the edge of detection, 40 million kilometers away, that appears when some teams look and vanishes when others do. The mystery is no longer only Venus. The mystery is whether the fault lies in the sky or in the machine pointed at it. Even the astronomers who found it never called it life. They said only this: we cannot explain it. That sentence has not changed in 6 years. This is the quiet dread of studying another world from a distance. We cannot put a hand in those clouds. We cannot take a sample. We read a planet by the thin light that survives the journey to us, and at the edges, that light lies as easily as it tells the truth. Venus is not withholding an answer. It is indifferent to the question.
You might be wondering whether this means there is life on Venus. It does not. At best, a gas we cannot yet source. At worst, a smudge in our own data. Here is what it actually means. Even our nearest neighbor can hold a question we are not yet built to close. And here is what no one knows yet: whether the next machines will find phosphine waiting or find that it was never there. Missions are coming. Da Vinci will fall through those clouds. Envision will map them. One day, an instrument will sit inside the acid and measure directly what we have only guessed at from far away. Until then, the signal remains. Unconfirmed, unexplained, neither proven nor dismissed.
we went looking for life in the clouds of Venus. What we found was the edge of our own sight. This is infinitum space.